for the community who's thinking about why WAPA couldn't have, since this is underground, why we couldn't have revert to like above ground and
That's
correct
a
the
great
problem?
question. So the feeder 13 cable is approximately 5 miles long. It originates at the Randolph-Harley power plant, and it's underground from the power plant until you get to the Jarvis Annex, where it rises up and it goes behind of the Charlotte Molly High School, all the way over the Hospital Hill by Dunu into the Dunu solar switching facility. The reason why it's so hard to find this is because you have approximately 3 miles of underground and 50 manholes that we have to interface with to find and detect the fault. We have some protection relays that were telling us that the fault was approximately half a mile away from the power plant. We've been able to resolve that that is not the case. And up to this point is where we've been finding issues progressively along the line. The complex thing with an underground system is that, a high fault current or stress on the cable can continue to degrade other sections of the cable even though you've energized it successfully. So we had it energized on Sunday night. It held for about 45 minutes and then it failed, which means that other sections continued to fail. There's an extreme amount of stress that occurs on the cable when there's a fault. It operates outside of its normal withstand limits. So that's why you've been getting progressive failures. Any weak point along the cable when there's a fault will stress the cable out to a point where it will fail. So we've been doing isolations along the cable. That's been a challenge as well because there aren't any isolation points available for us to open up without a lengthy termination that's needed. What we've been encountering in the manholes is just straight splices, which doesn't allow you to disconnect two sides and isolate them so that you can electrically test between two open points using a test set, which some of our staff have been utilizing in order to detect the issues with the cable. So it's been extremely challenging for our team. Our team has been working relentlessly at this, and it's frustrating for us as well every time that we think we hit a milestone and then we meet another failure. But being that we found this fault today, we're going to open up the splice that's in the manhole. We're going to do testing from both sides, from the Concrine Bridge to this point, and then from this point down to the DMV where we currently have it sectionalized so that we can determine if the cable is good. If it is good, then we can repair it and we can try to restore power shortly.